which comes from long-form volcano, which comes from a herb vaporizer of the German variety that has a bag attached to it that you can make really long. It'll get you really high. It's kind of like journaling. It's almost like a diary. Listen to a lot of Joe Rogan podcast. I'm not even that interested in a lot of the stuff that's on there, but it's just the way the content is presented, I think, is quite interesting. It's unedited. I know I said I would edit earlier. Maybe I shouldn't. Unedited, long form conversations, and it's an interesting form of media, I think, when it's just kind of raw, and there's some truth to that. There's some value in that type of platform that you can't really get in other ways. Something Joe talks about with mainstream entertainment, where when a lot of the content is clipped and edited and presented to the consumer the way they want it to, it actually kind of waters it down and takes away from the true value of it. So I think long form is a good way to go. I don't know about length. He does 3 hours pretty consistently, and it seems easy for him to do that, which is crazy. In my mind, it seems like such a daunting task to drone on and on for hours and hours, but he does it somehow. Yeah, I caught up with an old buddy for the first time in a long time. I'm ready to get parched. I need some water here. But that was good. Really one of my best friends that I hadn't spoke to for probably like a year or a year and a half or something like that. But it was really good. Genuinely good to catch up, and yeah, there's typically only a few real good ones out there, that really kind of connect, and where you can, I think I talked to him for like an hour and a half, to be honest. It's longer than pretty much any conversation that I've had in a really long time, which is leading to me talking even more right now into a microphone, because I'm kind of up on coffee and got home and hit the volcano for a little bit and called him, and he's in California, so it was late. He got off the phone at like 12, and then I'm still up and amped, and ate some like healthy pizza from Costco, and my girlfriend's walking the dog now. I told her that we're gonna start this. There you go. Can I get a beer too?
Sure. You want the Sierra or Nevada?
Are the Sierra Nevadas cold?
Yeah. Come on. What do you look like?
True. That's a true statement. Christy likes her beer cold. I would say doesn't everybody, but I did go to London, and their beer is not cold all the time, which is kind of, I don't know what I think about that. What do you think of lukewarm beer in London?
Nah, can't get down with it.
Can't get down with it?
It's gotta be ice cold. This one's gonna be $3.
Thanks. Ooh, even a cold glass.
Mm-hmm.
Mahalo.
Where's this beer from? Where is it?
Why don't you tell the audience
The audience?
what you do? Yeah. Maybe that's too formal. Should I not say that? Tell the audience.
I don't know. I can
The
tell
audience of...
the audience of whoever want to listen. I'm doing Rover, which is an app on your iPhone that you
Yeah.
can either find a dog sitter, dog walker, a drop-in person if you're busy at work. That's what I do, and I've just met the sweetest dogs. They get to come over and play in our yard. And the current one that's here now is a rescue from the west side of the island. Her name is Philly, and she looks like she's a little bit of a pit bull with like some other crazy mix. Her paws were dipped in white paint. She's got a white lightning bolt on her head. Super cute. She's a really good size.
Like Harry Potter.
But the unfortunate thing is, before she got rescued by the Humane Society, people over there cut her ears off with scissors, and you can see her ears are a little bit deformed. But she's still beautiful, and she knows it, and she's such a good girl, so I'm really glad that she's
kind of effed up, but they kind of look cool too.
Yeah, they're her battle wound, you know. It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. I mean, look what Karma brought her, just a loving home, and then I get to spend time with her, and
they're more aerodynamic that way.
Are we talking about airplanes?
Not that aerodynamics really matter with dog ears, but it looks cooler.
Do you
it's
respect
like
wood?
Low profile. I don't know, babe. I think I want to cover this table with something cooler.
Is this wood? Look, it does leave.
Yeah. What we can do is we can cut a... Yeah, coasters help. What breed is this dog?
I don't know.
She's just like a mix. She's got some pit in her, but she's a cool size. She's probably like 40 pounds.
She does have pit in her, for sure.
Yeah. Pit mix. She's got like a rat tail. It's funny.
It's like a whip.
But I like her coat. I like her size. I like the she's just like happy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a little, I don't know. I don't have much complaints.
Me neither.
Is it the first time? I thought you were like way more of a lab, like traditional
I'm learning to
dog.
know. I know, I thought so, but then I've just been getting to know different personalities. It's just like people, you know.
Talking to the mic, babe.
Hello. So what are tonight's topics?
I don't know. I heard that The Incredibles 2 was... Joe Rogan said it was really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things too, and every time I try to tell you, babe, I want to go see it, you're like, no, I've heard bad things.
Yeah.
Oh, but Joe is the final say on everything in our household. Joe says it's good, we're going. I told you it was good, and people told me it was good, and I saw good reviews and everything, and you just immediately shot my idea down.
Yeah, I'm pretty negative about going to movies in general.
I know, because every single movie we see is like either a buzzkill or like...
Has it been like a good movie?
We like want to say that it's good, particularly one like Arrival. I thought that movie was like just aight, even though it was supposed to be like visually like.
You gotta
amazing.
be careful where you get your information from. Mm-hmm. I think that's part of the problem. Is there's
problem with what?
Where you get information to decide what to do. Like I went to YouTube and I watched reviews of some people, and then they tell me that it sucks, or they tell me that it's good, and then I go see it, and then it ends up being the opposite of what they say it's going to be.
Yeah, I think you should just follow your intuition. If a movie looks entertaining to you, don't give a fudge.
One thing that I have to stop doing is looking at movie ratings. Like IMDb ratings have completely killed my like ability to go out and take a chance on like a movie that I might be interested in, but got like a 6 or a 7. Mm-hmm. But then what's weird is some of my favorite movies of like all time that I've watched hundreds of times, I'll go on IMDb and it's like an old movie, like Hackers. Hackers is like one of my favorite movies with Angelina Jolie and that
I've
other
never
dude.
seen it, I don't think.
There's actually a lot of people in that.
We should watch that movie.
Dude, that's one of my favorites. And I've seen that like literally probably 100 times, if not more. And
you
go on IMDb. Yeah, I could go for one more. That's like the kind of movie that you can just watch as you're going to like bed because you know all the parts and you just like.
I don't. I've never seen it.
That's what it is for me.
I
go on IMDb and it gets a freaking like 5.5 or no, that one got like a 7, I think. And it's bullshit because if that came out now and the IMDb gave it a 7. And I was like trying to figure out something to pay $12 for or whatever the ridiculous amount is to go watch a movie, I would not go see it due to that rating. And I very well could have, you know what the problem is? It's too expensive. It's too expensive because you can't roll the dice anymore to take a chance on a movie that you might not know if you like.
That's true too.
There's a service where you can actually pay them monthly, I think. and you get to go unlimited. We should get that, babe.
Whoa, that's a good idea.
Deep down, we're moviegoers. We just don't want to pay. And I think it's perfectly...
No, it's more I don't want to, like, waste my time watching, like, a bogus
dumb
plot.
movie, right.
Bogus plot. All these movies have bogus plots, except...
So this is what we do. We get that movie pass thing, although I think there's a lot of stipulations, which kind of hold it back.
What company has this?
I forget. I'll look it up, but there's, like, a known company that does this. And then we'll just start going, and
theater?
if it sucks, you can just bail and be over it.
And then you didn't pay $12 plus 12 for your date plus popcorn plus freaking candy.
The service wasn't even expensive. It was like not that expensive at all.
P.S. Why is the food so dang expensive at the theater? I mean, I always pay it, but dang, they're breaking it in. I'll tell you. They got to cover their costs in case all the movies that they feature suck, which is usually most of the case because Hollywood's going down the tubes.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't get paid for making shitty movies. Sorry, have a better plot. But
yeah.
And again, it's just about being entertained. Sometimes you just gotta have an open mind and appreciate a movie for the hard work that was put into making it. And sometimes there's just some bad acting, though, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's depressing. I haven't seen a movie in the theater that I'm just... The coolest movie that I saw was probably Interstellar, and that was a while ago. I'm pretty sure I saw that in California.
What? I wonder.
Interstellar. No, we saw it out here. It was on my birthday with my dad. We saw it. Yeah.
I didn't go.
I think you did go.
Really?
The storyline, like the scripts, they need better writers. I think is what they need. That's what carries.
All the writers in Hollywood and shit are all overpaid, like pedophiles. I feel like there's a lot of like shit going on.
The writers?
Yeah, all of them in freaking like show business. I don't know.
I think the writing is.
I don't know. I just think like, oh, they're gonna make shows more raunchy and more raunchy to like get people to watch them. But like me, just give me a good plot. Like I watched the Brady Bunch, yo. Like I watched that on the reg because it's a quality show, and the storylines are funny, and I like the acting, and it's like classic. You know what I mean? Every individual has their
Brady Bunch.
I know. Go figure.
Yeah, I like watching old stuff. Stuff you can depend on.
Yeah, I like to. How many times have we watched Star Wars together? And like every time,
I take
always.
A Star Wars break.
Oh, I could never. No need.
I could. There's so much Star Wars bullshit out lately. Yeah, there's some good stuff. Force Awakens was cool. The other ones sucked, in my opinion. What's that one? There was a Force Awakens, which was cool, and then that weird one that came out. Rogue One. I don't like Rogue One.
I didn't like that
I feel like
one
people
either.
who like Rogue One aren't that cool because they just like it because it's like different than normal Star Wars.
Yeah, but I couldn't get into the characters and like the
Dude, it was the
scenery,
worst
and
movie.
it just
Are you
didn't
kidding
feel
me?
like Star Wars.
I
But
felt like the worst movie.
and then we watched Last Jedi and first time, and I thought it was good. But then I rewatched it and just like fell in love with it. I thought it was so well done.
I watched it. I was entertained. I then went down the rabbit hole of discussing it with a friend.
Who?
Like Russell, I think it was.
Which Russell?
California
Oh
Russell.
God, Mr. Opinionated.
And then he kind of got me on the train of like, it's not that good, and that like Rey's like a Mary Sue character now, and blah blah blah. And so I was kind of on that train for
What's
a minute.
Mary Sue?
It's like the girl can just do everything, and you know, it's like she can like automatically use like a lightsaber and have like Jedi powers. Like Luke went through like a whole movie to get to that, you know what I mean? And she just like instantly like had powers, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, but
And we still, the Last Jedi did not explain her relationship with Luke Skywalker. Their freaking chemistry was bizarre to me.
that was
a little
weird.
bit.
They should have just
Like, is she related to him or not? Like, how come none of that was answered? It's weird.
they should have just kept Ridley Scott.
No.
Why did they change directors to who is it? Ryan Johnson or I mean,
Oh, who did The Force Awakens?
that was freaking Ridley
No,
Scott.
it wasn't. I don't think so. I think it was.
Alright, I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure it was. Force Awakens.
Google that shit.
Oh, J.J. Abrams.
Yes. who's like world famous director.
Yeah, he did that Tom Cruise sci-fi.
They should have stuck with him, I feel like.
What was the Tom Cruise sci-fi thing? The End of the World or some crap?
I don't like Tom Cruise. He's a weirdo.
The War of the Worlds.
That was dumb. I don't know.
Really?
I don't like it. Yeah.
I don't mind Tom Cruise as much as you do. You don't like Tom Cruise because of like the backstory.
He's like a freaking weirdo Scientologist. I don't know. It's just bizarre. That is a cult to the max. If you want to watch a good show, watch Scientology and the Aftermath. It's a really good show.
Is that the Leah Remini thing?
Yeah, she's coming out in another season. Love stories about cults. Roy and I watched Wild Wild Country with Bagwan. Bagwan, weirdo motherfucker. I can't believe he had so many followers. Oh, so cray.
Yeah, it was very well done. It's like 8 episodes. It's an hour each, so it's long. Mm-hmm. And Locano gives the nod to that due to its long format. Mm-hmm. We're in everything long here.
Mm-hmm. Cool bean.
Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm thinking about just kind of cruising the rest of the evening, so...
Cool, babe. You're a pro at this.
You think?
It's easy. It's easy when you're stoned.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Sipping a beer.
Just fire up that volcano. I would recommend 2 bags or 1 long bag connected to the length of 2.
I've always asked, can we make a really, really long bag? Just to say, I'm 30 years old and I've never like had a huge size volcano. Yeah, where we could just like hold it and huff it while we watch a movie or something.
You know what? That's the next thing I'm gonna do.
Yay!
I'm gonna create a long volcano bag.
Yay! A what? A volcano? What's our name? Locano.
That
loco long kind
I'm gonna
volcano.
make it just for this podcast. I'm gonna make it like twice the length because I want it to be reasonable to the point where I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, we can't waste.
But you cannot waste.
I never waste.
Therefore, a standard bag length, I think they're like a foot long. We'll just do like a 2-footer. Call it a day.
30 feet. Yeah, 2 feet's fine.
I was joking around with Dave on the phone earlier. I was saying for the logo of the podcast, it should be like a volcano, like a long sideways bag, like going through the living room.
Whoa. Fantasy come to life, I think.
Like cartoonish though, you know what I mean? Just like floating in the wind, a big sideways bag.
Okay. See where your head's at?
Yeah, that's the logo.
Okay, volcano. Cool.
Yeah, so I think every day I should come home. Not every day. Could be whenever I feel like it. Mm-hmm. Fire that thing up. It could be in the morning on my day off. It could be anytime. Mm-hmm. Fire up the volcano. Set the temp to 365. Mm-hmm. And fill it up and take a few puffs off that guy and fire up QuickTime, and here we are.
Yeah.
What else you want to talk about? How was your day, babe?
It was good. Glad everything went smooth with the dog, and then saw 5 patients.
So Christy's also a dental hygienist.
Babe, I think you and I are going to be the only ones hearing this.
No, not at all. I'm going to upload it to YouTube.
No.
True story.
Oh, boy.
YouTube.
Yep, so as he was saying, what were we saying the other day about Winton? Like he said, this is Winton. Yeah. Like he said, I'm a dental hygienist, and I scrape people's teeth for a living and provide care and education to the people of Hawaii because we do have the highest cavity rate in the country, and that's something I'm passionate about hopefully eradicating because there's really no excuse for it. I mean, we have fluoride, even though everyone gives it such a negative connotation or stigma.
Yes. Exactly.
But I mean, you're not ingesting the stuff. Yes, maybe your membranes in your mouth may, absorb a little bit of it, but what it's doing is preventing a bacterial, very spreadable infection that you can have. You can spread to your partner. You can spread to your kids by, sharing spoons and things like that. You can share it with your infant by, putting your finger in your baby's mouth and things like that if it's not clean. And anyways, I could ramble on and on about it. But that's
it's a cool skill to have.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you're really good at...
Worked hard to learn how to do it, I guess.
It's like precision and like cleanliness, which kind of like can be applied to other aspects of your life too. You know what I mean?
Pretty clean. I try to be pretty clean.
Christy's super clean. Our house is always clean because of her. It's the cleanest and best living environment that I've ever lived in on my own, outside of being at home with my mom.
Thanks for saying so.
And my family. And
right on.
You give my mom a run for her money, so that's how I know you're special.
Thank you.
Yeah. My mom's very clean.
Yeah, it's a good, outlet for me. I just feel like it, gives me peace.
Yeah.
Kind of just like I love being in my environment after I know it's clean and sanitary. There's nothing worse than shit out there that's unsanitary and nasty. It's like, come on, people.
There's a saying that cleanliness is closest to
godliness. Yeah.
I think there's some truth in that. I think there's a lot of truth.
It's about like purity, your environment.
Yeah, if you're living in a dump.
And you care about your life. You care about your surroundings. You want to take care of the things that you've been blessed with and given. And I've had a lot of fun lately taking care of our yard. I feel like it's looking great.
Yeah, it's simple things.
It is, yeah. Cool.
See, babe, that wasn't hard. You just opened up about your day to the audience.
Chit-chatting.
Of millions.
Of one. Who's listening down there, girl?
Audience of one.
Are you listening?
Isn't that's a song? Audience of one? What's that band? Ooh,
Not
it's
ringing
on the tip
a bell.
of my tongue. Coldplay Kids.
Oh, okay.
It's a good song. I'm gonna add them to Spotify right now.
Okay,
It's a good.
do it.
I like that band. They have a good sound, The guy's musically like talented. I like how he just kind of.
Chris Martin.
Not Chris Martin.
Who then?
Did I say Coldplay Kids?
Yes, babe.
Cold War Kids.
Oh my goodness.
That's who I meant. See, look, audience. That's their first song.
Cool. You gonna play it for our audience? Give it a play to end the show.
I don't think you can do that. Copyright. Maybe you can. I don't know. Hey, why you keep talking about ending it? What else are we talking about? Talk about your day.
Yes.
Look, I have a.
Why don't you talk about your day? How come you didn't tell us
about
what happened?
My day?
E-Bikes Hawaii, Kapahulu.
It was good. We trained a new employee. Her name's Jen. She's our new mechanic.
Nice.
And she's really cool.
Nice.
She's has a lot of experience. She's went through like formal training. Super passionate about it. Knows a lot. And yeah, I think she'll be a really good addition to the team.
Great.
She's good.
Cool.
I was overall very, very pleased. Yeah, I think she'll be a really strong member of our team.
Okay. It's positive. Where's she from?
She lives in Kaneohe, I think.
From Kaneohe, you think? She's local?
No, she said she grew up in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And came out here. Okay. So I don't know when exactly she came out here.
Yeah, so I get it. Okay, cool.
But she's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, she used to work for the bike shop, and now she's with us. So that was kind of the main thing. And then, it was a successful day overall. We had 2 people come in, pick up their stuff. One guy, his bike had been in our shop forever, a high bike. And then the
took forever to get
other
fixed,
lady.
or what happened?
No, he was just on the mainland for a while.
Storing our stuff at the shop?
Yeah, that can happen. Our tiny little shop, long-term storage. But heck, the bike was really expensive, so you got to provide the service to people that matter.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that.
There you go.
Yeah. He's a cool guy, actually. Maybe I'll hit him up. I rode with one of my customers the other day. I've kind of been phobic a little bit of like riding with customers.
You should show them how it's done.
I don't know. I feel like if something bad happens, like the business side of that relationship will also be compromised. So like kind of have a tendency to want to like keep things professional, but
that is professional going riding with.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're responsible for your bike and riding it, and he's responsible for whoever you're riding with for theirs. I gotta pee though, so I gotta get going.
We'll come back.
Have a good night, everyone.
No, we'll come back.
Why?
Don't leave me alone.
Babe, turn it off or not?
Nope.
You did 10 minutes. You told me 10 minutes.
I'm not turning it off. I'm going solo. I'm going solo now. Going solo. That was a book by Roald Dahl, I think his name. Is his name? Roald. Yeah. Roald Dahl. What other books did that guy write? Going solo. Pulling up Wikipedia now. That was like a biography. Whoa. Wow. James and the Giant Peach Shoots. That's a banger. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's a banger. Fantastic Mr. Fox. That was a good movie that I watched. I didn't read the book. Frick, there's so much. The BFG, one of my all-time favorites. I recently tried to watch the movie. Might have need to have been more stoned for that. It was interesting. I don't know, maybe I wasn't just in the mood. Yeah, this dude is pretty epic. Trying to see what else. I mean, just Willy Wonka, frickin' James and the Giant Peach, the Gremlins. I don't know if that's connected to the Gremlins movie. Yeah, just those two. Charlie. Oh, and the Glass Elevator. I liked that book. It was a continuation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I liked it because I liked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory so much that the fact that there even was a continuation of that book was like gold to me. It's weird. I used to get into some books and then it's been a while. When's the last time you've read a book and like been super into it? You know, like a fiction. Matilda Shoots. That's another banger. Man, beer makes it hard to talk. So your throat gets sore. Do you remember, are you familiar with Roald Dahl, the author? He has an impressive resume.
Does he? Why are we talking about him?
Because I said I was going solo as you were leaving, and that led me to start thinking about the book Going Solo by Roald Dahl.
Oh, yeah?
And then I pulled up that one was an autobiography.
Cool.
But check out his resume here. James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Wow.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. Charlie and the Glass Elevator. The BFG. Matilda. Do you remember Matilda?
Yes.
George's Marvelous Medicine. That was another one, too.
I never read that one.
I kind of want to reread these, maybe.
Cool.
His books were really interesting to me.
That's what I was going to go do. I'm going to go read in my bed.
Yep, I guess we're going solo here. But that's all right.
It's 10:30 and I've had a long day. I've been up since.
You're looking good, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The hair, maybe?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's coming in.
The hair and the booty.
Thank you. Please don't mention the puppy with the away.
The hair and the booty.
That's all that matters. Can you blow out this candle in your mouth?
Booty, booty. Booty, booty. Booty, booty. Booty, 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 booty. Booty, 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 booty. Booty, 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 booty. Oh, sorry. What's her name again? Philly. Philly. Got that booty. Christy's in the room now, getting snuggled up, and I'm out in the living room being retarded. talking to a microphone, the Snowball. I don't know why I keep saying that. The Snowball. It's a cool little product, I guess. It's a cool shape. Audio is decent, I think, for the price. It's my first microphone, really. Let's see here. On Slick Deals now, looking at microphones. One of my favorite websites. It's weird, over the years, considering how much content there is on the internet, I really only visit like a few websites frequently. Slick Deals being one of them. If you haven't checked it out yet, be wary of what you may find there. It's an easy way to spend a bunch of money, to be honest. It's mostly like tech stuff that's heavily discounted. Actually, there's a little bit of everything. It's not just tech stuff, but I don't know. I kind of just browse it. I don't buy a whole lot, but I definitely have saved money shopping off of Slick Deals as opposed to like going into your typical retailer. But there's some things that I definitely prefer to go to the retailer. Being a retailer myself, you just can't beat. You know, I'll go into the Apple store every now and then and just shop. You know what I mean? Just kind of, I won't typically spend a lot of money. I bought my MacBook at Best Buy, but I'll go into the Apple store to just kind of look around, hold things, try things, learn about products. There's just something about seeing it in person that you cannot beat compared to buying online and even watching YouTube videos and all that. Sometimes you just have to go check it out. I think retail is here to stay. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it needs to evolve. I think it has evolved. And even with giants like Amazon and, you know, whatever else, eBay and things, there's still a place for retail. I mean, look at Costco. People, the whole business model is based around, you know, bulk discount. I guess it's kind of different than online purchasing, but it's retail and it's very successful, and people, you know, people go to Costco, people go to I shop at Ross a lot, believe it or not. It's like one of my favorite places to shop because I feel like they have a lot of stuff that's discounted that's useful. I can buy underwear there. It's just cheaper. I buy clothes sometimes, although I haven't bought clothes in like a long time. I used to buy a lot of clothes, and then I kind of just stopped for the last however long, over like 2 years or something. Just like I just know what I like and wear the same crap over and over again. And then they have good like electronic things there. Like if you need like cables, I bought wireless charging pads for my iPhone 10 there. It was like $12. I bought freaking.
By the way, I can get that to work.
Huh?
I can get the wireless charging to work with my phone.
Oh, I can help you.
Yeah?
Did you try placing it on the pad?
Uh-huh.
It didn't charge?
Mm-hmm.
Could be the scooch, maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Your case. It should charge. Did you try moving it in different positions?
Uh-huh.
Try sliding it up or down
Okay.
on the pad. That'll fix it. Talking about Slick Deals in retail. Even if 10 people listen to this, and like interact with the content, it'll be worth it. I don't know. So that's a little tidbit there about my Slick Deals obsession. I usually visit Slick Deals. I go to like a tech website like The Verge, although I don't think they're that great. They're just alright. They're okay. CNET. I'm a old school CNET guy ever since the like Windows demo how to like do this to your computer days. CNET used to be legit. They used to like have all sorts of cool stuff on there about like different software. It used to be like a software download platform, actually. At one point was primarily what it was, and then they kind of turned like more newsy, like The Verge. They're basically like The Verge now, but I don't know. They had the Brian Tong character on there for the Apple stuff. He was alright. He was was pretty good, entertaining, but it never really reached like mainstream. I think it was just a little much, a little over the top. But he made it fun. I did really like his stuff. It just never became like super mainstream like some of the tech guys that are on YouTube now. I think I like watching tech stuff on YouTube. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, I guess. I don't buy a whole lot of tech anymore, but I'm interested in it. I feel like, I don't know, I'm on YouTube a lot, like everybody else. What else do I like? YouTube, Spotify, it's basic shit. VR I've kind of been interested in lately, but I haven't really pulled the trigger on anything. I had that phone, the Gear VR thing, where you strap your phone to your forehead and puts you into another world. It actually worked pretty good. They have the Oculus Go now, which is kind of interesting. It's a standalone VR headset for like $200. That'll change things, I think. I might still get one. I've been interested. Not sure if I've been kind of waiting for the technology to evolve. It's kind of interesting because they have those dedicated sets that have to plug into your computer, and it's like a super high-end premium 6 degree of freedom, blah blah blah, like you're in there, you're moving around in there. And then they have that Oculus Go, which is essentially what the Gear VR was, where it's just like a fucking thing strapped to your head, and it's completely wireless and there's no cords. So I'm kind of interested in that. Pretty amazing, I think, technology. I think VR is here to stay. I think it had kind of a rocky start, but I think it's here to stay. Just the processing, it's like all different aspects of the tech industry converged at a like focal point where the technology became advanced enough and strong enough and affordable enough to make it happen, where the screen is a high enough resolution, the processor is, moving things along. It's like 60 hertz to like 90 hertz or something like that, where it's smooth and basically feel like you're in there. I've got a little cheap VR thing that I put my iPhone into, and it actually works pretty good. I've tried a few different experiences in there, and shoot, you do feel like you're kind of in there. It's pretty interesting. So we'll be monitoring that and seeing how that evolves. Other than that, so on that note, appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Probably gonna hit the hay here. We'll have more topics, more organized things up in the future. This is just kind of an open platform for now, saying whatever's on my mind. But guests will be involved. Topics, more focused topics, I think could or should, or maybe not, could be involved. Who knows? Maybe the open, just whatever platform is the way to go. I think there should be some directive, though. I think having directive is very important. Having some kind of direction. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm wrapping it up. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Shoots.